Hello everyone, in this video I will like to talk about the project solar waste refrigeration. So when we talk about the refrigeration, the first question comes in our mind, that is what is refrigeration. So refrigeration is a process in which we take heat we take heat from the source and the give heat to the surrounding. So when we take heat from the source, then the temperature of the source will get decreased, and due to this the food and the medicines get preserved, and the heat is ejected by the sink, and due to this the temperature of the room gets increased. So this is basically done to preserve the food and the medicine. Then the question comes rises in mind, that is what is the solar refrigeration. So refrigeration, it is like an conventional refrigeration, but the difference is that here the electricity is not taken by the lines, but it is by the use of the solar photovoltaic cells. The solar energy is converted into the electrical energy. Then it may be most commonly used in the future generation, and it helps in developing the world to help mitigate power and climate change. So then there comes the needs of the solar refrigeration. So solar refrigeration is used in areas which are not connected to the power grids, like the rural areas in which there is no electricity, and it is also used to minimize the environmental impact, as the ordinary refrigerators uses the freons, which are which are basically CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbons, or SCFCs, that is hydrochlorofluorocarbons. So they will cause the global warming, and it leads to the depletion of the ozone layer. So they are not very much suitable for the environment, and they will give the bad effect to the environment. Also, the India is have a very much potential of the solar energy. So to evaluate its potential, we use the solar based refrigeration. So then the solar based refrigeration working comes. Then the solar based refrigerator is work on the Petlier effect, and thereby protecting the environment. By the help of this Petlier effect, we don't use the freons like a freon CFC's fluid. In spite of this, we use only one device that is being run by the Petlier effect. So this Petlier effect is much helping very much helping in decreasing the global warming ozone depletion. So then there comes a mind, what is the Petlier effect? If you are a mechanical engineer, then you have read in thermodynamics that there is a Seebeck effect, and due to this Seebeck effect, we have taken two metals, and where we connect them by end-to-end connection, and due to this end-to-end connection, there are two junctions are formed. One junction is at higher temperature, one junction is at higher temperature, and other junction is at lower temperature. This is basically used to calculate the temperature. So when the one junction temperature is known by using the suitable uh, by using a suitable temperature source, and another temperature which it has to find can be find by the using the this Seebeck effect. And due to this temperature difference, there comes a voltage difference, and due to this voltage difference, we can calculate the temperature. As we know the resistance at the 0 degree temperature, where the relation RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T, and alpha is the thermal conductivity. So by this we can calculate the resistance at any temperature. So due to this resistance, we can calculate then this temperature, and voltages can be find by the voltmeter or something like galvanometer or ammeter. So this is basically the electrical engineer work. So there comes a question that the Petlier effect is that the reverse of the Seebeck effect. In this, we provide the voltage source, and by giving the current to the voltage source, there comes one junction side becomes hot and other junction side becomes cold. So due to this, we can uh, connect the cold junction side to the refrigeration inside refrigeration, and the outside refrigeration is connected by the hot side of this Petlier effect device. So first I will show the Petlier effect device. That this is a Petlier effect device, and this Petlier effect device is known as the thermocoupler plate. So one side of this thermocoupler plate is get heated, and other side of this thermocouple plate is getting cooled. So then question arises, why this heating and cooling will occurs. So by this help of this diagram, we can find that why this happens. So when we take the two metals like copper and bismuth, we know that the copper is a low electron density metal and the bismuth is high electron density metal. When we provide the voltage positive and negative, to the two sides of the copper. Then in the left side we can find that the cold junction is formed. This cold junction is formed because and the current is flowing from the copper to bismuth, and the current direction is from copper to bismuth, and the copper is low electron density and bismuth is high electron density. So when the current flows from low electron density to high electron density metal, so there will come form a cold junction, because here the direction of the current is opposite to the low electron density to high electron density metal. But in case of hot junction, the current is flowing from high to low, high electron density to low electron density, and also it is flow from positive to negative. So there is the formation of the hot junction. So due to the heating effect of the current H is equal to I square RT, the hot junction is found, and when we reverse the polarity of this battery or cell, then there comes the cold junction in the right hand side and hot junction is left hand side. So it can also be shown very easily by this diagram. Here we have taken two metals, that is A and B. Here the A is high electron density and B has low electron density. Here the electron density is represented by pi. So when the current is given on the upper side, that is from positive to negative A to B, current direction is from A to B, and also the current flows from the high electron density to low electron density metal. So both the directions are so same. Then we see the heating effect. But in case of uh, bottom side, there comes the reverse, because the current is flowing from B to A, and B is low electron density metal to high electron density metal A. So there comes a cooling effect. So this is basically the Petrelier effect. And when we see that the Petrelier effect thermocoupler plate, this image is taken from this Petrelier effect thermocoupler plate is taken from the Amazon site, and you will came to know that this device cost is only rupees 250, and in basically big refrigerator this cost is like something like 2500 or something like that. I don't have any good knowledge of this, but it in so basically small project this is used. So this is the basic circuit diagram, basic working diagram of this solar based refrigerator. Here the solar panel is used, and the other components like charge controller, battery or other components, this is basically best shown in the next circuit diagram. Here first comes the solar panel, in which the photovoltaic cells are used. The photovoltaic cells are made up of the PN junction. The modules, these PN junction are modules are formed by layer to layer. So when the so this helps in converting the solar energy into the electrical energy. Then the charging circuit comes. This charging circuit helps in protecting the battery and other supplies from the high energy of the solar, because when in mostly sunny days there becomes a very much huge amount of the energy created by the solar panel. So this charging circuit is required to uh, save the battery from the large circuits. So this charging circuit is basically to regulate the energy. And then comes the battery. Battery is the storage part of this solar energy. As you see that the solar energy is generated only in days when there is raining days or something, or in the nights there is no solar energy. So a battery is very much required, as the refrigerator has to be work in rainy days also, and also in night. So battery is very much essential. And then comes the regulative power supply. This regulative power supply is given to get the regulative voltage and current. And then comes the thermocoupler plate, and this thermocoupler plate is very much useful, because this thermocoupler plate is the main component of this refrigerator. Here the hot side is connected to the surrounding, and the cold side is connected to the refrigerant body. And then there comes the refrigerant body, foam layer, thermocool layer, aluminum sheet, etc., which are same like the conventional refrigerators. So main components of solar refrigerator are solar panel, charge control, and the battery, as we have discussed in the previous slide. So then there comes the advantages of this solar based refrigerators. So solar based refrigerators are used because they are highly reliable, and due to this the thermocoupler plate are used up. There comes a precise temperature control, and it also occupies less space, eco-friendly. And also the conventional refrigerator produces noise, but it is a noiseless operation, and there comes no use of this freons or other liquid refrigerants, and its cost is very less, and that is low cost and high effectiveness, and its design is very simple. As in the conventional refrigerator, we use the compressor, expansion balls, capillary tube, etc., and they will cost so much. And also the compressor consumes very much electricity from these lines, but in this we are using solar energy. Yes, yet the initial cost is high of yet the initial cost is high because of the solar panels, but it remains same as that of conventional refrigerator, but running cost is almost zero, and the maintenance cost is also very less because the solar panels have the life of about 30 years. So this is very much essential. So then there comes a disadvantages of this solar based refrigerator. So first disadvantage is this: the efficiency, which is measured efficiency, not say efficiency, but is the coefficient of performance, that is COP, is less as compared to the conventional refrigerator systems. So but yet the efficiency of this uh, conventional refrigerator is large as compared to this solar based refrigerator, but it can be very much essential to use this because it will not create any pollution and it is almost free. So also in the rainy days it cannot be possible to charge battery from the solar, and it also depends upon the climatic condition. So I am thinking of making an project on this hybrid hybrid refrigerator. Here, when there is no power coming from the solar, then it takes electricity from the conventional lines, and when the solar power is enough to run the refrigerator, mm, then the solar energy is used. Though this will become very easy, and it is very environment friendly, but its cost become very high, so we are not using this. So then the application is to keep the medicines in the rural areas, to hospitals and the small scale industries. In small scale industry, because this battery effect device thermocouple plate is very much small, so it can be used in only in small scale industry to keep medicine in rural areas and hospitals, also to conserve the food. So conclusion is that the solar powers are nowadays playing a major role in meeting the energy requirements of our country. It is being developed at a very fast rate and its application in many areas. And also when there comes the electricity, the nowadays the electric vehicles, EVs, are coming day by day, so the electricity demand is increasing day by day, so it is very much easy, so it is very much essential to run the refrigerators on the basis of battery effect. And also this battery effect is used for making the rooms cool like an ACs. So this battery effect is very much essential and used. So this we have to use the solar energy because we have a huge potential of the solar energy in country like India, and in rural area this solar energy is very much in high quantity. So this is basically all about my solar based refrigerator project. Thank you.